Our mission at New York Waterway, among other things, of course, we provide transportation, but our highest calling is to protect life and safety, to protect people. We're particularly proud of what I am, in fact, particularly proud of what we did as a company on January 15th, 2009.
It was called the Miracle on the Hudson. When US Airways Flight 1549 lost power in both engines over New York City, there were few options for survival. Narrowly missing the George Washington Bridge within 900 feet, the skilled pilot ditched in the one place he knew his passengers could be rescued quickly, the icy Hudson.
Continuing now with the crash of US Air Flight 1549, which plunged into the frigid Hudson 3 minutes after it took off from LaGuardia.
The crew members of the New York Waterway Ferry service trained pretty much for anything and everything.
But they had never seen anything like what happened on Flight 1549.
With the cabin quickly filling with water, there wasn't a moment to lose. New York Waterway was there in 2.5 minutes, the first on the scene.
There were people in the rafts. I saw 3 people in the water. That's what we were most concerned about, getting them out of the water immediately and getting them warm. We knew hypothermia could set in. The water temperatures went in the 30s and the air temperature was in the 20s. It makes a pretty dangerous combination there.
Before Coast Guard crews could even arrive, ferry boats rescued nearly every passenger, bringing them aboard and wrapping them in coats and blankets that ferry passengers instantly gave up.
For these boats and their crews that assisted, they were awesome. We can't say how appreciative we are of what they've done and how they've assisted us.
14 New York Waterway ferries rushed to the rescue. All 155 passengers were saved. 142 of them helped aboard by Waterway captains, crew, and even commuting customers. Highly trained in emergency preparedness, New York Waterway was ready, just as they've always been. Like in the aftermath of terrorist attacks on September 11, 2001, when crews operated around the clock, evacuating over 160,000 from Manhattan. Or the blackout that plunged New York City into chaos, shutting down bridges and tunnels, grounding flights, stranding thousands. New York Waterway was there, helping nearly 200,000 get home. The pilot of the US Airways jet knew of these heroics, intentionally picking a spot where his passengers could be rescued quickly before the plane sank.
Yeah, we believe that it was less than 4 minutes and New York Waterway was present on the scene.
We had everything under control. We trained for this constantly. Any type of emergency out on the water, we're always prepared.
Soon after, the world saw Arthur Imperator in action at the NASDAQ closing bell as he thanked his family of employees for their commitment and dedication.
It happened ultimately because of the professionalism of our people. Frankly, I expected no less. Like the Jesuits say, we do what we do. That's our work. And we have wonderful people doing that work every day. God forbid it should happen again. If so, we're at the ready.
Our people, our businesses, all of us must always be vigilant, ready for the worst, prepared to do our best. Every life saved is precious, affecting families, communities, the world as we know it. This is dedicated to the men and women of New York Waterway. Well trained, at the ready, always there when they're needed most.